Hello and welcome. Today, we are conducting a postmortem examination on an elephant. Please note that this video involves a detailed internal investigation to determine the cause of death. If you're uncomfortable with graphic content, you may want to skip this one. However, for those interested in learning more about postmortem procedures, stay with us as we work through the case. Let me start by providing some background. This elephant was found early in the morning, unfortunately already deceased. There were no external injuries or obvious signs of distress, so we're performing this postmortem to determine the exact cause of death. The caretakers had observed nothing abnormal the day before, which makes this case more perplexing, as I begin the examination, the external appearance shows no significant abnormalities. However, when I check the gums, I notice they are quite pale. This is our first clue that there may have been internal blood loss or circulatory failure, which could have contributed to her death, Now, I am making the initial incision into the abdominal cavity. As soon as we open up, I can see a large volume of fluid, much more than is typically expected. The fluid is blood-stained, which is a significant finding. Normally, we wouldn't expect to see this amount of free blood in the abdomen, suggesting that internal bleeding occurred, At this point, I'm removing the organs carefully to inspect them. The intestines appear a bit bloated, which is normal postmortem due to gas buildup. There are no obvious twists or tears in the intestines, but we'll keep looking for signs of damage. We're now seeing some large blood clots forming inside the abdominal cavity. These clots confirm that the elephant was bleeding internally before death, indicating a major vessel may have ruptured, I'm continuing to examine the internal organs, and while the liver appears intact, behind it we find significant blood clotting. This suggests that the rupture occurred in a vessel near the liver or intestines. The large amount of blood indicates that this internal bleeding was likely the primary cause of death, rather than moving to the thoracic cavity. I'm staying focused on the abdominal region. As I inspect further, it becomes clear that there were no signs of trauma to the heart or lungs, supporting the theory that the hemorrhage occurred solely in the abdomen. This confirms that the elephant died due to internal bleeding, likely from a ruptured vessel, leading to shock, We had to remove some parts because they were a bit difficult to watch, but we tried to share this postmortem with you as much as possible. The goal of this examination is to learn and understand the circumstances leading to the elephant's death, which will help improve care for other animals in the future. One challenge we faced during this postmortem was cutting through the elephant's skin, which had become dry and tough. It took much longer than usual to make the initial cuts due to the thickness and rigidity of the skin. This made the process more difficult, but it's an important part of the examination, and we persisted to gain the insights needed. Moving forward, as we explore the rest of the abdominal cavity, there are no other abnormalities to note. The significant internal bleeding caused by the ruptured vessel appears to be the sole issue. This kind of hemorrhage can be sudden and unpredictable, making it a tragic but valuable case for us to study, While it's always sad to lose such a magnificent animal, it's important to remember that postmortems like this help us gain insights into animal health and how to better care for them. The findings in this case will hopefully aid in preventing similar occurrences in other animals through better monitoring and preventive care, Thank you for watching. We hope this video provided useful insights into the postmortem process and the efforts made to understand animal health. If you found this informative, Please feel free to share and stay tuned for more educational content in the future. This has been Wild World Sri Lanka.